Pan Africanism is a global movement first organized in 1897 by the Africa Association to address atrocities being committed against black people on the African continent and the global African diaspora. At the time, millions of blacks were being unalived in the Congo, Southwest Africa, and across the African continent. In the United States, white mob attacks and the lynching of blacks were at an all-time high. Blacks were under attack in the Caribbean, Central and South America, and other parts of the African diaspora in Europe, Asia, and Indonesia. Black delegates from all over the world came together in 1900 at the first Pan-African Conference held in England. The conference became the voice of the black community worldwide. A conference report was submitted along with demands to the Queen of England and the heads of state around the world demanding an end to colonialism and global racism and an end to black exploitation. In World War I, 350,000 black Americans and 2.35 million African soldiers helped facilitate the success of the United States and the Allied forces. In World War II, about 1.3 million black Americans and millions of African soldiers again enabled the success of the United States and Allied forces. Following World War I, 5 additional Pan-African Congresses were conducted, leading to the African Liberation Movement at the end of World War II and the subsequent rise of 54 independent black African nations on the African continent. The Pan-African movement led to the United Nations Universal Declaration of Human Rights and enabled the success of the black civil rights movement in the United States and the fall of the apartheid system in South Africa. The black diaspora in Brazil, Colombia, and many countries around the world gained human rights and civil rights. Malcolm X joined the African diaspora to the Organization of African Unity through the Organization of African American Unity in 1964. In 2001, the Africa Union's Constitution adopted Region 6 as part of the Africa Union. Region 6 is the global African diaspora in countries all over the globe whose black citizens have African heritage and were part of the African Holocaust. The Pan-African movement has resulted in a proliferation of black billionaires and millionaires on the African continent and in the United States. Pan-African unity has resulted in unprecedented progress for the black community worldwide.